Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to do a real quick video to, just say that Dave Ramsey is underrated and I think he's underappreciated. There are a lot of gurus that do major damage. Dave Ramsey doesn't really do that much financial damage. I haven't heard any Dave Ramsey horror stories, and he's helped me personally. I don't know the man, but I know when I was broke and struggling and dusty on the bus, I was riding a bike and I would put the bike on the bus, bro. And that's just how I got around, and I was like 21, that's because I had got hit by a car. I was driving, and so my car was totaled, and they gave me just enough for what the car was worth and nothing left over. So I was like, I don't got enough money for a car. I was like, I still gotta get to work and stuff, I had a decent job. I got my first tech support job, and I was like, I gotta make it to this tech support job. I was on the bus like an hour and a half, man, listening to podcasts, listening to Dave Ramsey. I kind of miss those days, to be honest with you. But I'm doing a little bit better now. I got a 2010 Kia Forte. Kids, if you work hard, you too can have a 2010 Kia Forte. But yeah, man, I was broke and messed up because of these credit cards too. I was trying to pay off these credit cards. It was about like I was like more than $3,000. I was like 4,500, about to break 5. I ain't even going to cap, and it was at like 26% interest. And I could not pay these credit cards off because every time I would whittle away at it, the interest would just go right back up. And it was just the most frustrating thing ever. And, I had a lot of habits, like going out to eat, getting fast food, buying clothes, shoes, just doing stupid stuff, casino trips, for no reason, just trying to overspend when, I could have just like chilled, ate some ramen noodles, ate some hot dogs before I left, and I probably would have been Gucci, or just sipped on like soft drinks while they ate. But who the hell wants to do that? You want to live life when you're younger, but that's what it gets you. It gets you in the hole. Living life costs, and if you can't pay for it, you're gonna pay for it later on. But I was struggling, dude, just listening to Dave Ramsey, listening to all these stories, and I was getting motivated and inspired. Because all these people were paying off these large amounts of debt. People came back from bankruptcy, paying off their houses early, crippling student debt. Like, I heard a couple stories where like the student debt was like ruining their marriage, and them paying it off like saved their relationship. So it was just really, really cool, man, because being in financial debt could be extremely stressful. And I was pretty stressed out about it, but yeah, man, I just cut back on like going out to eat, his whole beans and rice method. Even when I went to Giant Eagle, I was really eating beans and rice and spaghetti. And I'm a hood baby, I came from the projects, so I know it's like to eat hot dogs and all that crap. I wasn't applying it because I'm like, I'm trying to go out to eat. I'm not trying to do that shit again, but I can survive off tacos, tuna, beans, rice, and hot dogs, probably for like 3 weeks straight. Wouldn't even blink an eye. Wouldn't even be phased. That's the good part about growing up on the little rougher side of town. That's the best benefit, is that you can be in the trenches and you ain't even sweating. Or if you're in a jammed up situation, it's not as traumatizing as if someone had a better upbringing, because they're like, what is this? Oh my God, this is the 4th time I had to eat. You eating Thanksgiving dinner till Christmas. Some people might fold. I was doing that happily. But like the financial situation, but to get to the point though, you gotta the food that you're eating is like rice. You can make rice forever. Spaghetti, that'll last you like the whole week, but no one wants to eat that. It's cheap, that's his whole thing, is like live within your means. Make sure everything you eat is cheap and it's costed. Don't go and risk your health, but make sure the ingredients and all the food that you're buying is real cheap, don't cost that much, and still getting your proper nutrition, of course, but grind it out, thug it out for a little while was Dave Ramsey's thing. Thug it out, stick it out, and eventually the money that you're saving from your additional expenses from going out will be put towards the debt. And you start with the largest one, he calls it the debt snowball, and then you whittle your way down to the smallest one, and then you're done. And you get your safety net, which is all this is just practical advice, it's just not attractive. You get your safety net, and then you can just start maxing out your 401k, and then you start putting a little bit to X amount of dollars towards retirement. So it's all practical, it's not sexy, but I feel like out of all the gurus, he does the least damage. And as far as people that are not doing so well financially, which most of us are, I forget what the crazy percentage makes under 50K a year. I forget what the percentage is, but it's like staggering, like how many people make 50. I'm in that bracket, not to talk shit, you know, to be clear. But you know, people out here sticking their nose up at Dave Ramsey like that can't help you, or like you don't have those piss poor financial habits, which I got bad habits too. You know, I be spending money on dumb shit. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but I make sure that, you know, my stuff is in check. I've learned my lesson from the credit cards. Okay, I was going through it on that bus. I was going through it. I was like, I can't believe I'm on a damn bus, bro, riding a bike, and it's cold, bro. It's cold, okay? It's cold. I'm out here sipping on a little something just to stay warm. Like, it's some real ratchet shit going on. I remember I missed my bus. I was freezing my ass for like 2 hours, bro, for like 2 hours. Like, grown ass man, because I got off at the night shift. I got off at 9 o'clock. So if you missed the bus downtown from like 9 until like 9:30, you missed that bus. The next one ain't coming until like 11:15. So I'm just frozen. All the restaurants shut down and stuff because it's like a 10:30. You just out there cold, ass out, salty, you know. And it'd be like that. Life will leave you like that if you don't spend your money properly, man. And Dave Ramsey is considered a safe guy as far as his advice goes. Like, his stuff is very safe. It's none of it's risky, or like, you know, the chances of you losing your shirt are extremely low, which is something that he doesn't get enough credit. It's something he don't get enough credit on, if you ask me. But let me know what you guys think about Dave Ramsey's advice, man. I'm just talking about it. We got flashbacks, you know. And you know, if you ever fall on hard times, don't let that get you down, bro. That stuff happens. You gotta thug it out sometimes. You gotta thug. As long as you got a plan to change it, it'll be all right, you know. Like C-Mac said, it'll see all right. Let me stop being goofy, but for real, like it'll improve. It'll get better. It'll get better, and you just gotta keep your head in the game, you know. Like, you can, it's a head game, because you really be like, oh, I can't do this, it's too much debt, blah 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 blah. Like, I was trying to file bankruptcy for like $5,000. I was trying to file bankruptcy because I just didn't see how I pay off the debt. I was like, I need this monkey off my back, like, immediately. I don't know how people do student debt. Oh God, like the stress, waking up, your feet touching the ground, and knowing that you have a debt that is not a mortgage that you have to pay off until you're like 50, 60, I would just be dry heaving every morning. Like, shout out to you guys. And I feel like I find a solution, which, to the people that are in that situation, which is they're not forgiving the loans. I haven't found one. If you guys got a hack, leave one below. Besides you leaving the country and changing your identity, you're pretty much stuck with that, man. But there's a plan. There's a way to do it. I just don't know how. I think I'll start a video series on that. I'll have to talk to some people that actually took out the loan, because I just went to a 2-year college, and I probably spent like $8,000, you know, around $8,000. Was it worth it? No. But hey, it was an experience, you know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Dave Ramsey. Dude's good if you're struggling. You in the trenches, you know. If you never been in the trenches before, that sucks for you, because, you know, if you ever go there, you're not going to be comfortable, and you're going to be in a real dark place. If you're used to, you know, going out 4 times a week, and you got a BMW, or your family had a BMW, or whatever case, you know, if you well off or whatever, and you ain't never ate a pack of ramen noodles for a week straight or for 4 days straight, it might be an issue. And to be clear, I don't think I had to eat them every single night, or like 5 days a week. It was more like hot dogs, ramen noodles, and then like a sandwich, and then some Lunchables for dinner, just in rotation, and just chicken nuggets. Like, you know, just stuff like that. And like ham and rice, like something where everything always had rice in it. Like, rice was always a large portion, but you could tell that, you know, that's not what we wanted to eat. We wanted like hamburgers and French fries and steak and pork, you know, pork chops, normal food, not that, you know. But yeah, man, when you not struggling, when you living paycheck to paycheck, or you ain't doing so good, or you got a whole bunch of kids, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do, and we made it. And it helped me, to be honest with you, because I could thug it out, you know. Like I said, you being able to thug it out can help you in life, because the dark times won't be so dark. You know, you be like, oh, I remember this. I know exactly what to do. That's the best part about square one, if you ask me. And that's why I like Dave Ramsey as well, because if you're at square one, or if you get put back to square one or the drawing board, I live at the drawing board. But if you get put there, Dave Ramsey is a good person to have in your ear as far as motivation and just like your way of thinking and your vision goes. Because if you're thinking like you have money but you don't have money, it's gonna mess your head up. But if you're thinking like, I gotta pay this debt off, it's cool, it's fine, I'm gonna just eat shit, then you'll be fine. I'm listening to Dave Ramsey because that's what he talks about, is eating shit. Not literally, but eating beans and rice is eating shit. No one wants to eat beans and rice, every single night. No one wants to have a lower quality of life, or to have to struggle, or to, not to eat beans and rice. I like beans and rice, okay, but I just don't want to eat it every day because I have to. Shit sucks. I want steak and hamburgers. I want that good shit. Y'all know what's up. But Dave Ramsey, people with that mentality of being able to go down to the bare bones and to go, I wouldn't say minimalism, but to go without for a greater good. You should be listening to podcasts, and your content that you are absorbing should be of that nature, not so much of people overspending, or just going lavish vacations. People doing baller shit because you ain't balling. So it just makes sense. You got to adjust and act accordingly, and plan accordingly as well. But yeah, man, I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you guys think about Dave Ramsey. I'm a fan. I'll continue to be a fan. His business practices were kind of sketchy because the one thing, he had like a co-host that he had an affair with the co-host. And if you know the story better, please let me know in the comments. But I guess the co-host has something going on, in his marriage. I ain't gonna go too deep because, ain't my business. But he has some stuff going on, and I guess like Dave Ramsey, he made him do some counseling program, and then eventually he just phased him out because he's not on any of his programs. Just a black guy. He's a cool dude too. He had us a little sauce to it, a little sauce to the Dave Ramsey show. But he got a little flack for that, and he's considered conservative, but his whole thing is family values and Christian family values. So I don't know what people expected. But I like it. I like Dave Ramsey. I got his book. I might do a book review on that later on. But I've watched so many of his YouTube videos, man. That helped me because that bus ride sucked, dude. That bus ride sucked. And then the riding that bike sucked. And, I felt like I would pull up places, and I thought people thought I was crazy. Because, look, I go to the bar, right? He'd be like, hey, we going to the bar. I'd be like, all right, cool. See y'all 10:30. Everybody else pull up in a car. I hop off the bus on the bike. I'm like, what the fuck? We ain't gonna get no bitches now. Excuse my language, but we ain't gonna get no girls now because we just see you pulling up on a 21 speed, hopping off the bus. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. But yeah, I think he's overrated. Hopefully no one got offended because I'm using Dave Ramsey and a curse word in the same video. But yeah, man, you guys take it easy. I'm just enjoying this nature. I got a day off today. During the day, it doesn't happen often, so I wanted to get some filming done and just kick it back, relax, and enjoy life a little bit. Try to make good decisions that are going to improve your quality of life. I'll try to do more channels outside. I definitely like doing these, and yeah, man, Dave Ramsey's dope. Dave Ramsey's dope. You guys have a good day. I'm out. Peace.